What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing another pick a card reading. You can see we have all of our selections here right in front of me, which I will show you a close-up of those in just a minute. So for today's pick a card reading, what we're going to be digging into is your love life, specifically what's going to be happening in your love life in the month of August 2020. So super exciting. Just keep in mind, you guys, as you are listening to these readings, that these are general in nature. So there could be some messages in the reading that do resonate for you. There could be some messages within your reading that aren't super specific to your situation, and that's totally okay. It's a general reading. There's a lot of people that tend to watch these, so not every message may necessarily resonate 100% with you personally, okay? Now, if you do want a reading on your personal situation, the details of how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in so that you can get a close-up of your selections. See you at your reading. All right, guys, so here is a close-up of the card selection that we have for today. So we are going to have 4 groups to choose from for today's reading. So here we have group number 1, which is a rose quartz heart. We have group number 2, which is this malachite egg. We have group number 3, which is a selenite heart. And we have group number 4, which is a labradorite heart. So just take a moment, please take your time. Take a couple of deep breaths if you need. Think about your love life, what's going to happen in the month of August, what's coming in for you in the month of August. And when you're feeling ready, you can fast forward to your reading using the timestamps linked down below. Bye. Hey guys, so if you chose group number 1, which was the rose quartz heart, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's coming in for your love life in the month of August. All right, so for your overall energies, we've got arrows of love, Cupid, and we have healing family issues. For your tarot cards, we have the 5 of Wands, the Page of Cups, we have the Hanged Man, and for your advice, we have wants and needs, and we have you are safe and protected. Okay, so what is going on with you guys? Pile 1. So, right off the bat, I'm definitely getting the sense that there is a person that you're interested in connecting with in the month of August, for sure, with this Page of Cups. I'll get to that in a second, though. But a pretty big common theme that I'm seeing just overall is that while there is somebody that has caught your eye and that you're interested in, there's a lot of conflict happening in your life, maybe around family or even around a specific connection and needing to heal and recover from this connection. So let me explain. So we start off with overall energy, the arrows of love, Cupid, and then we've got also the healing family issues card. So when I take a look at this card here with the Cupid, one thing that I always think about is that before you can shoot the arrow, you've got to pull it back, right? Like, what is that saying? They say, like, the arrow has to be pulled backwards in order for it to propel forward. So it's almost like right now in the month of August, I see you guys almost in this place of, like, aiming your arrow, or maybe someone's aiming their arrow at you, but there's still a little bit of hesitation around, like, fully pulling the trigger or shooting your shot, as we say, because you're still going through your own personal healing, okay? So with this healing family issues card, this could specifically talk to you needing to heal like deep-seated family issues, things that have affected you from your childhood, things from your past, right? Because it says right here, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So It could be specifically speaking to that with some of you. Maybe there's some things that you went through in the past when you were growing up that have affected you to this day when it comes to connecting with people in romantic situations. But many times when this comes up, this can also have to do with healing from a past relationship, healing from a past trauma, healing from a past or previous situation. And so it kind of makes sense why, even though you may have your eye on somebody and you kind of want to shoot your shot or want to connect with somebody, it definitely makes sense why there would be a little bit of hesitation behind that, because I think you know and realize that there's still some inner work that needs to be done before you can fully go in to this connection the way that you would want to. Now, for a select few of you, this could be referring to a specific connection that you're already in. And what I would see with this is that, you know, this month, in the month of August, you're really going to be dealing with some sort of conflict with this person that is going to need to be resolved before you can get back to the love that you have between the two of you. So just take whichever resonates for you. This can apply whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship currently. So now that we've kind of dug into the overall energies, let's get into your tarot cards. So the tarot cards that I have here are going to dig into like what events, energies, people that you're going to experience as you navigate through the month of August. So toward the beginning of the month of August, I'm seeing you guys here with this 5 of Wands energy. I don't know if you can see that. So the 5 of Wands, this is a card that really speaks to conflict. This can have to do with conflict, competition, arguments, things of that nature. But I really am getting the sense that this has to do with whatever healing that needs to move, that you guys are moving through in the month of August. So it's like, I feel like for some of you guys that are in relationships already, this is about you fighting and arguing with your partner toward the beginning of the month of August. For those of you that are not in a connection with anybody and you're single, I think, again, it's just speaking to that inner conflict that's happening within you, where it's like you're just feeling like things are really, really tough right now. You're not really sure how you can get ahead. Maybe for a select few of you, if you're trying to shoot your shot at a particular person, it could be saying that, like, maybe there's a lot of other people that you perceive trying to get at this person. So it's almost like you're feeling this competitive energy and you're not sure that that's something that you want to do, is like compete for this love interest with other suitors, things of that nature. But definitely am seeing and sensing a lot of either internal or external conflict and turmoil with your love life at the beginning of the month of August. Just like a very chaotic energy. And the 5s, you know, also the number 5 is significant to challenges as well. You know, 5s have to do with like challenging events or energies being put onto our path, because they're intended to like help us to change and push us to evolve ourselves to get better. Okay, so I see you guys really working through that at the beginning of the month of August, but what's really cool is that toward the middle of the month, this is where we start to see some love happening. So we have the Page of Cups here. So the Page of Cups, this is all about kind of like having a crush on somebody. So again, we go back to your overall, the arrows of love, Cupid, that we had at the beginning here. So I definitely see that toward the middle of the month of August, you guys are either connecting with somebody yourselves, or somebody is going to be trying to connect with you. Now with the Page of Cups, this is a very youthful, I don't want to say childish, but it could be a childish sort of energy. And it also, to me, indicates like the beginning stages of something. So this is like when you have a crush on someone, you have like those little baby feelings for them. And the communication between the two of you is very like subtle. So it's like you're going to know that this person cares, or if this is about you communicating with someone, it's like they're going to know you care. But the way that it's going to be done is through like a text message, or it's going to be like an Instagram DM, or it's going to be like just little things peppered in here and there through the middle of the month of August that let you know that somebody's into you, or maybe you're into them, but it's not going to be something that's super like overt and in your face. Okay, it's just like I said, just having a crush. It's like the beginning stages of something. It's kind of interesting too, because we talked about how healing family issues is kind of the overall energy here. And you can see that in this card, the page is watering these 3 flowers, and they're like family members. Kind of significant, kind of interesting. Looks like we have a grandfather, a grandmother, and a father here. So maybe for some of you, this does tie back to literally healing family issues and maybe connecting more with family in the middle of the month of August to grow and better those relationships. Because, like having a good relationship and a healthy bond with your family, fostering those healthy connections can help you, to connect better with love interests as well. So that could be a message for a select few of you. But definitely I'm seeing you guys kind of progress from this conflict into this sort of like kind of testing the waters, communicating, talking to somebody new. So that's very exciting. Now, I do see you guys kind of toward the ending of the month here in the Hanged Man energy. So the Hangman, this is actually out of all the cards that you guys got, this is what is considered a major arcana. So that just kind of means that in the month of August, this is more of like your big overarching lesson. So even though it's kind of coming in toward the end, major arcanas have to do with more major lessons that we learn about a situation or major energies that we experience of a situation, whereas these are more of like, they can be a bit more changeable and flexible depending on how the month goes. But essentially what this means for you guys is like toward the end of the month of August, what I'm really seeing for you is that you're kind of taking a pause. You're taking a pause when it comes to whatever this connection is, because there's there's a need here to like really assess what it is. Like Hanged Man, it's almost funny too, because you can see that she's like literally hanging him on the clotheslines. It's almost like she's putting him on ice for a second. Like, I'm just gonna put you here for right now. So maybe you guys are putting this connection, this Page of Cups that you're connecting with, on hold for a second, because there's a need for you to take a step back and really decide, number one, if you're ready, if you're healed enough to really be able to progress any further when it comes to this connection. But the second thing I feel is that you guys are in a space of needing to make sure that this is the right relationship for you and that this is the type of relationship that you truly want to be in. So it's good, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just about like taking an intentional step back from a situation so that you can gain a little bit of clarity and gain a higher perspective on it. And the reason I feel like you guys are really taking this step back is because of what we have here for your advice. So here we have wants and needs. So this card, this is all about, like it says here, taking stock of relationships, being honest about what I want and need from people in my life. I note the difference between the two. Wants are negotiable. Needs are not. Both may be desired and either may be acquired, right? So you guys are taking this pause because you are really gaining clarity, I think, based off of whatever this healing is that you've had to do, whether it's internal or healing from a previous situation. Like, you guys want to really make sure that whatever this connection is, this Page of Cups energy that you're entertaining toward the middle of the month of August, that it's actually what is in alignment with what you need when it comes to a romantic partner. And I feel like what you guys are really needing is represented here by, this is you are safe and protected, and it's a red card, which is symbolic to the root chakra. Kind of interesting too that your overall energy card is also red, so a lot of root chakra energy here. Basically, I feel like you guys are really wanting and needing this sense of stability and security when it comes to love. You guys want to feel, maybe some of you guys have been healing from like infidelities or connections in your past where you were connecting with people that made you feel like really anxious and really uncomfortable, or maybe they just were not able to like really meet your needs and there was a lot of conflict. I feel like you guys really want to move away from that energy. Like, you're really in a space of needing a partner who is going to be stable, somebody that's going to provide you with security, somebody that's going to want to build that closeness between the two of you, versus maybe some other situations that you've experienced in the past haven't been that way. So yeah. So it looks pretty good, you guys. I definitely see, some interesting things happening for you as you progress through the month. Let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know kind of some of the things that are going on in your love life. Let me know which messages resonated specifically with you. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey guys, so if you chose group number 2, which was this green malachite egg, let's go ahead and see what is coming in for you guys for love in the month of August. So first cards are going to represent your overall energy that you're kind of experiencing as you navigate through this month. Ooh, So for you guys, we have perfect match. That's already looking really good. We have this could be the one. From your tarot cards, we have the World. We have the Page of Swords. Very mischievous looking energy. And we have the Nine of Wands. For your advice, okay, we have Wait and See and Go with the Flow. All right, pile 2, group 2. So let's see what's happening for you. So first and foremost, your overall energy is super, super positive. So we've got perfect match and we've got this could be the one. So already, just right off the bat, I do feel like you guys are connecting with somebody of significance within the month of August. I feel like this is somebody who kind of like checks off all of your boxes. I feel like it's somebody who maybe you feel a sense of completion with. And it could even be somebody that you were not expecting would necessarily check off all of your boxes, because with this could be the one, this says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. And a lot of times this card speaks to your partner being somebody a little bit different or outside of your typical type or expectations that you've had in the past. So I do see you guys kind of in this energy as you navigate throughout the month and very much in exploration mode when it comes to this connection. So we start off the month of August here with the World energy. So this is kind of why I feel like this person, this connection that you're going to be encountering in the month of August, or maybe it's a connection you're already in too. Like this can go for singles or for people that are already in a relationship. So maybe for some of you guys, you're already in a connection with somebody. And this is just speaking to the fact that like, you know, this person is your match and checks off all of your boxes. But either way, I say all that to say, we start off the month here with the World. And so the World, this is all about like kind of finding that person that's like, yes, like this is the one. This is my person. This is somebody that I feel like really checks off all my boxes. It's like I don't necessarily feel like I need to like date other people right now. I feel really good with this option that's being presented to me right now, this person that's being presented to me right now. It's kind of interesting too, because like if we take a look at this card, it's got like the traditional family here. Inside of this little box, there's like different cards that say like family, home. It says money, auto. So it's almost like this person could be someone that you could see yourself maybe like having a family with, somebody that you can see yourself really building and growing a very fruitful connection with over time. I do see as you guys kind of progress through the month, we then move into the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords energy, I was saying, is very mischievous, very childish energy as well. You can see here, he looks really like mischievous running around with those scissors. Maybe this is a connection that's maybe a bit dangerous is what I'm getting. Like not dangerous in like the literal sense of it, but like maybe just this person that you're connecting with just likes to have a lot of fun. They're maybe a little bit of a troublemaker, maybe a little of like an SHIT starter, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. But the Page of Swords energy, in this deck, it actually looks really fun and really youthful. I will say that this energy is very much about like kind of sizing someone up or kind of like testing the waters in a very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you're testing the waters. You're kind of like vetting this person, really trying to decide and understand for sure, like if this is your person. So I feel like at the beginning, you guys are like meeting or connecting with someone where you're like, yes, this is the one I want to connect with. This could be the one. And then when we get to the middle of the month of August, you're very much in this energy of like, okay, now I need to maybe scrutinize or vet this person a little bit closer, because Page of Swords is almost like you're asking a lot of questions. So I like to think of this personality trait as like someone who is like a bouncer in a nightclub. So it's like you go to the nightclub, you get carded right away by the bouncer. Like, so are you 18 and up or whatever? How old do you have to be to get in clubs? I don't go to clubs. 21. So maybe you walk up to the bouncer and you're like, I'm 21, let me in. And he's going to be like, let me see your ID. So you show him the ID, and then he's going to take his flashlight and examine it and scrutinize it really closely to make sure it's not fake, and to make sure your birthday is correct, and to look at the picture, look at you, make sure that you're really who you say you are. So I do definitely feel that with this connection, there might be a little bit of that going on toward the middle of August, where you're like, wow, this could be my person. I'm super excited. I feel like I'm really matching with my person. That could be the one for me. But now I'm feeling a bit skeptical, and I need to just really, really make sure. So I definitely think that you guys will be having a lot of communication with this person. For some of you that might not be connecting super closely with someone in the month of August, this could even mean, like texting a lot, maybe phone calls every so often. But it's really an energy that's all about getting to the bottom of things, like a little detective, if that makes sense, which makes sense also with some of the other cards that we're going to see here. So you're rounding out the month here with the 9 of Wands. So what I feel, you guys, is that this Page of Swords, this kind of like scrutinizing, vetting, questioning type of energy, I think it's like probably going to wear you out by the time you get to the month of, or by the time you get to the end of the month of August, because the 9 of Wands is about like really being tired and exhausted, sometimes a bit mistrustful too. Although in this particular depiction of the 9 of Wands, I'm really not getting an energy like you guys are experiencing, somebody like being shady or anything like that. But it is an energy of feeling like tired, overworked, having gone through a lot. But I feel like y'all are kind of doing it to yourselves with this Page of Swords situation happening here. And so as we get into your advice, we have wait and see. And then we also have go with the flow. So I know that you guys probably really want to know and really want to make sure that whoever this is that you're connected with in the month of August is the right person. But there's a need for you guys to like wait and see. There's a need for you guys to go with the flow and sort of like allow things to happen a bit more naturally, because if you don't do that, you're going to end up feeling really paranoid and anxious and like really wondering, like, can I trust this person? What does it mean when they do this? What does it mean when they do that? And that's kind of what these cards speak to. So with wait and see, this talks about thoughts love to wander into assumptions and race ahead into the future. What if you just took a second to chill? It says, today you get to put your mental chatter on pause, to take a breath and simply wait and see how things play out before you let your mind run a marathon of imagined scenarios. Wait, and you'll see that waiting and seeing was a lot more productive than wondering and worrying about everything. So I think that really speaks to like the need for you guys to maybe relax a little bit with this questioning and being skeptical. And also, I forgot to mention, this can have to do with spying on people's social media, looking for clues. Maybe someone's doing that to you too. You guys, all of those things are just going to lead you to feeling this 9 of Wands energy, this very exhaustive feeling where you're gonna, like this card says, if you keep doing that, like every little thing you see online with your person, right? Like every little thing you see, maybe they like a girl's picture or like a guy's picture, and you're like, oh my gosh, that must mean they're dating that person. That's just gonna stress you out even more. So there's a need for you guys to really make sure that you're being mindful of the way that you're thinking about this connection, because it does really feel like you have something really, really beautiful here with your overall energies and with this world. I really feel like you guys have found somebody special, but you're almost doubting it. It's almost like you feel it could be too good to be true in a sense. So you've got to really be mindful of, your thoughts, because your thoughts affect the way you feel, which affects the way that you behave, which then affects your result. And that was like a really hard lesson that I've personally had to learn, especially when it comes to dating and relationships. So if you guys are seeing something, on social media, or if you're seeing a behavior or something that you don't like, maybe instead of jumping to a conclusion, let's try to think about it in another way. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with this conclusion that you're jumping to. Maybe there's a need for you to just communicate with the person and ask to get a little bit of clarity. But overall, you need to really make sure that you just kind of flow. Just let it flow. This is also, this is orange. So it's the sacral chakra. So I feel like if you can focus with this person on just like having fun, maybe doing like fun activities together, like this little girl here, she's holding this surfboard. So do things with your person. Like you feel like this could be the one, right? So why don't you try to infuse a little bit of fun and excitement into the connection, and try to sort of relax on the questioning and the suspicion. All right, so I think that's all that I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm super curious what's going on in your love life. Leave me a comment down below and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hi there, group number 3. So if you guys chose, whoop, I almost dropped your crystal. If you guys chose the selenite heart, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's coming in for your love life in the month of August. So your first 2 cards are going to represent your overall energy. So this is kind of the energy that you'll be experiencing as you navigate the entire month of August. So we have heart on the line, and we have attraction. Very cool. Next, we're going to get your tarot cards. This is where we're going to get a little bit more detail about what's going to happen this month. So for your beginning of August, we've got the 5 of Pentacles. Mid-August, we have 10 of Pentacles. End of August, we have the Fool. Okay? And then for your advice, we have Perspective. And ask for what you need, throat chakra. All right, sorry guys, there's hair. It's gross. Okay, so group number 2, I'm sorry, not 2, 3. What is going on with you guys? I feel like for you guys, this month is about kind of getting clear with yourself about what it is that you truly want when it comes to love and when it comes to romance. I do feel, so there's a lot of energy here, that there's a lot of green color in your cards here. And so green is representative of the heart chakra. So I'm wondering for you guys, especially with this 5 of Pentacles energy, I feel like you guys may need to heal or recover from some sort of past connection, a past relationship, past situation that kind of has left your heart blocked off to finding love. You guys have a lot of pentacles in your reading as well. So I also am getting the vibe that this month is also about like grounding your energy and making sure that you're approaching relationships from very practical, grounded, rooted perspective. And I do feel like there's going to be importance here on being true to you. Okay, so let's just get into it. So we've got overall energy, we've got heart on the line, and we have attraction. So again, there's lots of green here. Attraction says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So I do feel that you guys are definitely putting yourselves out there, you know, especially with heart on the line. I feel like you guys are definitely like putting yourselves out there in the month of August to meet somebody new. I think you guys are really wanting to connect with somebody. Maybe you've got a couple of different options of people that you're entertaining. And with this attraction card, you know, to me, this has to do with like going out and trying to attract a partner. Maybe you guys are on a dating site. Maybe you're doing something. I do feel like you guys are actively doing something to try to meet people or connect with people in the month of August. But I also feel like you guys, there's an emphasis here on like focusing on being single and focusing on kind of getting yourself right with what it is that you want and what it is that you need, perhaps even gaining perspective on a certain situation that you've been through in love. It's a very, you know, this attraction card is a very individual card, right? So I feel like you guys are in a space of really like enjoying the moment in the month of August. Maybe you're doing fun things with your friends. You are wanting to connect with somebody. You're putting yourself out there. I don't necessarily see anyone super significant coming in yet. I think that this is a month where you guys are going to just be kind of in that exploration mode. So let me kind of get into some details to explain to you why I feel like this. So we're starting off your month here with the 5 of Pentacles. You can see here that she's kind of crying over this broken plate here at the bottom. I feel like you guys at the beginning of August will be leaving behind a connection or a situation, or it could even just speak to an energy within you of feeling bad or low self-esteem. But you're leaving behind something that caused you pain in the past. Very much the beginning of August, you're in this Five of Pentacles energy. It's like you're upset. Maybe you've abandoned a situation. Maybe you're just not feeling super good about yourself at the beginning of the month. There's definitely a little bit of a period of grieving, feeling like you lost something, moving through that pain, I feel. And I wonder if this is what's kind of driving this need or want for you to go out and attract somebody new. Is I feel like you guys might not be feeling super great about yourselves when you start off or kick off the month of August, and it has to do with something from the past. So as we move through to the middle of the month of August, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So Ten of Pentacles, this is all about like long-term security. And in this particular depiction of the Ten of Pentacles, we've got one person here, and she's holding up this pentacle, and it's got this beautiful big house that she's looking at, like almost like looking at it from the distance. So I feel like even though you guys are out there, you're putting yourselves out there, you're wanting to date and connect, I feel like there's a grounding energy that's happening for you guys, especially when you hit the middle of the month of August. I feel like you guys are starting to really remember or reflect even on what it is that you actually want in the future when it comes to love and romance. And I feel like a lot of you guys really want this image. Like you want this long-term relationship. You want somebody that you can settle down with, somebody that you can purchase a home with, have children, like have that kind of like traditional family situation with. You want a really long-term partner, somebody that's going to provide you with security, something stable, something grounded. And so I feel like as you guys are out and you're dating and you're connecting with people, you know, especially toward the middle of the month of August, I see you guys kind of moving on from feeling sad or upset about whatever happened in your past, and now you're like, okay, let me kind of get clarity here and get some perspective on what it is that I actually want in a partner. And this is what I want. I want that long-term security. So I don't see you guys really wanting to settle for anything less than that. Now, as we go through to the end of the month of August, we have the Fool here. So I definitely can see that, you know, toward the end, you guys are really embracing just even more of this fun energy. I think you guys are starting to kind of loosen up a little bit toward the ending of the month of August. The Fool could signify you guys actually meeting someone new and maybe like jumping into a new relationship, or even just meeting somebody that you feel really attracted to, someone that you can kind of be yourself with, somebody that makes you feel really free. It's like, but it is a new journey. You know what I mean? You guys, I think, are feeling really carefree toward the end of the month of August. Like, you're feeling really attractive, much more optimistic. And it's definitely, like I said, it's the new beginning of some sort of energy, whether it's a relationship or whether it's just you being single and just enjoying being single. I'm actually going to pull another card just because I'm curious. Let's see what this Fool energy is about for pile 3. What is this Fool for pile 3? What is this Fool energy for pile 3? Okay. Yeah, so we have the Four of Cups. I think you guys are just happy being single. The reason I think that is because with this Four of Cups, you can see that like she's being offered this big giant cup and she's like, back up. I don't want that cup. I think you guys are just more focused on yourselves. I think you're focused on just being free, being single, starting new, really healing and recovering from whatever this Five of Pentacles situation was. And you've gained your perspective by the end of the month of August. Like you've done your reflection, you've grounded yourself, you've gotten some perspective on what it is that you really want when it comes to relationships. And now you're like, heck yeah, now I'm ready to get out there and have a good time. Let me get out there and attract the person that I want. Versus being sad about an old situation. So we have perspective here, which is a word that I've been saying a lot in your reading. This says, so this is about, you know, perspective, literally. It says, what does a hawk see when it flies over your house? It says, What will your current problems, conflicts, complaints look like when you're 80 years old and you gaze back on the timeline of your life? In this moment, you're being given the gift of clear perspective, which I see here with this card, of knowing that in the end, everything is going to be okay. Think large enough and even big issues become small. Become an 80-year-old hawk and you're really onto something. These cards are so silly. Yeah, so I feel like you guys are just being guided to just keep things into perspective in the month of August. So whatever this was at the beginning of the month that had you feeling not so great about yourself, or maybe it was a situation you had to abandon because it wasn't serving you in your highest good, keep in mind that those things, like in the long run, whatever that was is not really going to matter because this is what you want. And if this situation wasn't giving you that, then it's better to let that go so that you're able to really attract in that new person that's going to fulfill your needs. So I feel like this perspective card, it's also speaking to like, you know, really releasing and letting things go and just like not letting things get you down. And that really makes sense as we run into this Fool energy at the end of the month. You guys are feeling like almost like a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders is what I'm feeling. We also have ask for what you need. So this has to do with communication. This is about the throat chakra. So for some of you guys, there could be a need to work on communicating better with love interests. Could be anyone you encounter throughout the month of August. But I think just in general, I'm feeling like communication and being really clear with your romantic partners, people that you're dating, is super, super important. And it's honestly like, it's attractive to a lot of people. Like if you can be clear about what it is that you need so that your partners are not left guessing and encourage that same behavior from your partner in return, it'll bring you a lot closer to the people that you're connecting with. So for some of you guys, this is definitely a need to focus on how you communicate with people that you date, for sure. Could even also just be like a message to just continue to keep this in perspective too, right? Like ask the universe for what you need. You want this. This is the type of relationship you guys truly want ultimately in the long run. Ask the universe for what you need. That long-term partner that you can really build that legacy with, right? And I also think as you guys are dating, right? If you're putting yourself out there, trying to attract a new partner, ask a lot of questions. Be clear about what it is that you want. Be clear that this is the type of connection that you're looking for so that you're not misleading anybody. And they're not then able to mislead you because you've been very crystal clear about what it is that you're looking for. So, all right, group 3, I think that's all that I have for you. Looks like a really interesting month in love. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what's going on in your love life. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hey there, so if you chose group number 4, which was the labradorite crystal, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's happening for you guys for love in the month of August. So the first 2 cards I'm going to be pulling will reveal kind of the overall energy that you are experiencing, kind of like the themes that you will be going through in love throughout the entire month, okay? So for this, we have realization, and we have let go of control issues. This says, allow the situation to unfold naturally. So right off the jump, I feel like you guys are going to be dealing with a situation that you're needing to like chill for a second is what I'm getting already. Let's see. Yeah. So we have the 4 of Swords. We have Page of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. For your advice, we have Grace. And we have Calm Your Mind. What did I say? Chill out. All right. I definitely see you guys communicating with somebody in the month of August for sure with that Page of Pentacles, but I really feel like the overall energy speaks to kind of the theme of your month for sure. It's like, I feel like you guys this month are really being guided to let go of a situation. I feel like for a lot of you guys with this realization energy, it's almost like you've had a light bulb moment about a person of interest, about a relationship, a situation. It could even just be just about yourself and the way that you show up in relationships. But you've definitely had some sort of aha moment in the month of August, or at least leading up to this month, that makes you realize that maybe you've got a little bit of work to do. Maybe you kind of have some controlling tendencies in relationships. And when I say controlling tendencies, it doesn't have to mean it in the overt sense, but when we have the card that says let go of control issues, a lot of times what this speaks to is needing to sort of surrender, relax, and not get tied up or wrapped up in wanting or needing a specific outcome to happen from a situation. You can see here it says allow the situation to unfold naturally. And you can even see here, like in this card, I feel like he is just like giving this woman and child the side eye, like he wants them to do whatever he wants. So you guys are really being guided this month to spend a little bit of time on like reflection and making sure that whatever this situation is, whoever this person is that you could be communicating with this month, like that you are just allowing things to flow and happen the way that they're supposed to happen, okay? So toward the beginning of the month of August is definitely when I feel that this realization is coming into play for you, because we start off the month here with the Four of Swords energy. Really funny, she's having like a little self-care moment here. But Four of Swords, what this really speaks to you guys is just like what we just talked about. This is about taking a moment to pause and reflect. And it's like doing it intentionally. It's like, okay, I've literally just been through something, and maybe that's what's driving this. Maybe you guys have just come out of a situation, you know, that has made you realize that you need a time out from love. Because at the beginning of the month, you guys are very much in this reflection mode. Kind of taking a break, taking a time out, really focusing on getting right within yourself, and maybe releasing some of these anxieties that you've been experiencing either around a specific person, situation, or a connection. And I feel like that's super, super important. Like, you definitely want to make sure that you're spending time to yourself and getting right with kind of like that internal voice that you've got. You know, you cannot attract something when you're trying to, you know, control it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely see you guys at the beginning of the month of August really just taking a break, taking a time out, spending some time in reflection, really kind of thinking about where it is that you could have gone wrong in a previous situation, or maybe it's even just about like assessing like what the next move is going to be. Either way, taking the break is super, super important so that you can be better rested, rejuvenated, come into like the next situation a bit more clear-headed and a bit more relaxed, right? So as we navigate toward the middle of the month of August, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this does feel like you guys could be communicating with somebody. It is a page and it is of the Pentacles. So I feel like this could be somebody, it could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, but I definitely feel like this is somebody that you are kind of lightly entertaining, maybe a little bit of texting back and forth. It's not like a super fast-paced energy, but I do feel like when you do communicate with this person, you know, you're definitely curious about them. You're definitely like getting to know them. You're asking them really good questions. They're asking you really good questions, but it's a page, so it's like the beginning stages of something, and it's very kind of like what I would say to be scattered energy. And I feel like you guys, like the vibe I'm really getting is that you guys are okay with that, because this energy of like realization and of self-love and self-reflection is coming through really, really strong. And remember, this is your energy that you're experiencing throughout the entire month, right? So I think that you guys are really in this mode of really wanting to make sure that you are assessing the situation and coming at it from a really clear and level head. I don't see you guys in this energy of like wanting to jump into anything super, super quick, especially with all the pentacles that we have here. That's a very grounded type of energy, which is a good space to be in for sure. So definitely seeing some communication coming in for you guys in the middle of the month of August. You're definitely talking with somebody, entertaining somebody, getting to know someone, but on a very, very like basic level. As you round out the end of the month, you're here at the Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is another energy of kind of taking a step back, similar to the Four of Swords, but this is about like having put effort and energy into a situation, and perhaps it's this situation. You know, the realization is about the situation with this person that you're communicating with. Seven of Pentacles is about like reflecting on a situation and saying, okay, here's the work that I put in thus far, right? Is it worth it for me to continue, or do I need to walk away from the situation? It's almost about like assessing return on investment. Like, I've done a lot of hard work to connect with whoever this person is, or to work on whatever this situation is. You know, am I getting what I need in return? Do I need to continue working so that I can really see the fruits of my labor? Or is it time for me to maybe step back? So you guys are definitely ending in that kind of what I would call assessment mode when it comes to this situation and this connection, okay? Now, for your advice, the first card that I have for you here is Grace. So this says, I face disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs of my relationships without getting thrown off center. With grace, I'm able to keep my cool, be my best self, and not resort to name calling. Okay, these cards are ridiculous. I'll have them linked down below if you guys are curious about this deck. It's actually like super cute. But anyway, I feel like part of the reason why you guys maybe have needed to pause and take a step back, and maybe why you're assessing and reflecting on whatever this connection is or whoever it is that you're communicating with this month, is like maybe there's been a need for you guys to like communicate a little bit better with partners in the past. Maybe make sure that you're not coming across as like too aggressive when you're getting into a conflict with somebody, because this card does speak to like, you know, facing disagreements with grace, keeping your cool. If that doesn't resonate for you, maybe it just speaks to your mental centering, right? Because it talks about like facing disagreements with grace and flow through the ups and downs without getting thrown off center. And that's what this Four of Swords is about here. This is about like recentering yourself. So I feel like you guys have definitely come to this realization, like I said at the beginning, like that there's a need to make sure that you're not allowing these connections and what you're wishing the outcome to be to throw you off balance. That's what that's really speaking to. And then again, we have calm your mind. So this is a very peaceful energy. This has to do with our third eye chakra. And kind of like what I was saying at the beginning of your reading with this let go of control issues. It's like if you have this in balance and you've been able to just sort of like relax, let the situation unfold naturally, stop getting, you know, tied up or, you know, too invested in how you want something to go specifically. So whether that has to do with like winning in an argument or wanting a specific sort of outcome from somebody, you know, this really speaks to being able to just be peaceful and know that whatever is supposed to happen for you when it comes to love, when it comes to the situation, it's going to happen for you the way that it is supposed to, okay? So I definitely see you guys are communicating with somebody, but I feel like this month when it comes to love, it's really more about you. I feel like it's more about you guys really centering yourselves, really calming your energy, recentering. I think I already said that, but recentering yourselves, maybe realizing that there's some adjustments that you need to make when it comes to the way that you show up in relationships. And I see you guys doing a little bit of work on that. Even like with this Seven of Pentacles at the end of the month, right? Like this is assessing a situation, assessing a relationship, but I could also see this as you guys like assessing yourselves. Like, have I really done enough work on myself here to heal some of these issues that I'm having with control and anxiety in my relationships? All right, you guys, well, I think that's all that I have for you. So I'm super curious. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what's happening for you guys in your love life right now. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.